tonight then, Chef?
A little creation I call Alec's Surprise. School books away, please, girlies. Ta-da!
What is that?
Boil in the bag, chicken supreme. Delicious, nutritious, and damned easy to prepare.
Well, thank you, Master Chef. What happened to Alec's Surprise?
Well, I'm Alec, and from the look on your face, you're surprised. Right.
It's not bad.
Oh, you wait till you taste it. Bon appetit.
I really do appreciate the way you're helping, Alec.
Oh, it's amazing what you can do when your wife's standing over you brandishing a bullwhip.
Things really are working out, aren't they?
Mm.
I mean, you're happy, I'm happy, and even Fleur's happy with Simone.
Yeah, but it's not like the old days when I was the baby of the house.
Well, it's not my fault they stopped doing Pampers in a 42-inch waist.
42-inch waist? Cheeky monkey. She's right. It's not bad. It's bloody disgusting. Oh, my word. Is this vision of loveliness my mother-in-law?
Mum, you look fantastic. What's the occasion? Something special?
Could say that. I've left your father.
That's special. Have a drink.
Mum?
You heard? I've left him.
No, well, I mean, you can't. You've been married 37 years.
It's just not working out, love.
You can't be serious now, Dot.
I'm sick of being taken for granted. He forgets me birthdays, wedding anniversaries. Last time he was romantic towards me was in the back of a hansom cab.
It can't be that bad, Mum.
Can't it? Take tonight. I prepared a romantic candlelit dinner. I spent half the day tarting myself up. So when he comes, plonks himself down, scoffs his beef Wellington, belches and scurries right back to that greenhouse of his.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Well, I've had enough. So I've left.
Where are you going to stay?
Oh, it's a nice little bed and breakfast round the corner.
Oh, no, Mum, you can't.
Well, let's not be too hasty now.
No, it's out of the question.
Well, there are some very cheap places, you know.
Alec! No, Mum, you're going to stay with us. We've got loads of room.
I wouldn't want to cause any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. We'd love to have her, wouldn't we, Alec?
Gaily on we go.
Very chirpy this morning, Rosie. Have you been snacking on birdseed again?
No, Mrs. T, I'm very excited though. Look what I found in the local paper.
An introduction to stone cladding?
Oh, next to it. The Pinner International School of Modelling.
Oh, I must tell Gerald he loves a little dabble with his airfix.
No, Mrs. T, this is a school for supermodels. It's world famous, our Pinner. I've applied to join.
To join?
Aye, I'm away to see them tonight. Just think, me, a supermodel. They'll never believe it back in the farm.
Are you sure about this, Rosie?
From cowpat to catwalk. I can see it now. Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, Rosie McConaughey, cover girl.
On Farmer's Weekly, maybe.
You saying I've got a face like a prize porker?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Callender.
Morning, Big Alec.
It is a morning. It's not a good one, and I need a coffee.
Thank you, Billy Goat Gruff.
Perry, don't even ask.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Jamie. How's the father-to-be?
Oh, terrific. Actually, I wanted a word with you about that. Look, seeing how this is our first baby, I was wondering if you and Zoe had any stuff you wouldn't mind passing on to us.
Oh, you mean like baby grows, cribs, that sort of thing?
No, I was thinking more cars, houses, life savings.
Sorry, no can do.
I hear you've had a new addition to the family. A healthy, bouncing mother-in-law, no less.
How do you know that?
It's the trickle-down effect. Zoe, Simone, the rest of the world.
I can't say I'm enthralled at the prospect of living with two women.
No, not just any two women, either. Mother and daughter. If the tabloids get hold of this, you're in big trouble.
You have a mind like a sewer, do you know that?
I know. It's an essential part of my boyish charm.
Yeah, well, would you mind taking it elsewhere? I'd like to be depressed in private.
Okay. Cool. If there's anything I can do...
Such as what?
I don't know. I thought you might need someone to make up a foursome.
Good morning, madam. Welcome to Deborah's Fruit and Flower Emporium. How may I be of assistance?
Yes, you can start by telling me why you're talking to a box of pomegranates.
Aha, so, well, it's just...
Yeah, I can see. You're obviously heartbroken about Mum.
Well, Dad's had it coming to him. For years he's been treating Mum like she ain't there. Well, now she ain't, so it serves him right.
Debbie, these are our parents. I had no idea.
Well, of course you didn't. You were too busy getting married. Divorced, remarried, having a baby.
Even so, what are we going to do about it?
Nothing. It's none of our business. Nigel, customer!
What do you mean it's none of our business? Our Mum has left our Dad. Technically, that means we're the products of a broken home.
Leave it out, Zoe. He'll be begging her to come home soon enough. Just leave them to sort it out.
No. No, Debs, I'm going to see Dad.
I don't know, Daddy. First there was Zoe on the divorce, and now this business with her mother. And her sister Deborah doesn't seem able to sustain a relationship longer than she can hold her breath. I think it may be a genetic problem.
Or perhaps something in the washing powder, eh?
It's not good for Fleur to have all this sort of thing going on around her. It could be psychologically disturbing.
I'll have a wee word with the therapist. Look, don't you worry yourself, all right?
Thank goodness she's with me all day long. Someone with both feet planted firmly on the ground.
Sounds to me like Simone's making a lot of fuss about a sprained ankle.
Well, there were complications.
Like what?
Like a bruised ego, battered pride.
Bang goes our nanny.
Oh, Zoe, you're being unreasonable. She can still hop.
Look, you don't have to worry about the little one while I'm here.
You've got enough on your plate at the moment, Mum.
Haven't we all?
I'll see to her.
Any joy from your father yet?
Not a lot, no. He hadn't even noticed Mum had left until I told him.
He's a sensitive man, our Barry, isn't he? Has he made any attempt to make amends at all?
He doesn't think he's done anything wrong. He thinks Mum must have been hit over the head by a low-flying crate of Jaffas.
Well, it hasn't had any effect on her culinary skills, thank heaven. This pie is superb.
I haven't forgotten that it was supposed to be your week to cook.
Oh, of course not, Cherub.
We had a deal.
We still have. But Dot needs to feel wanted. With every morsel I digest, it's helping to boost her self-esteem.
And your waistline.
Fleur's gone off.
That's funny, she was fresh this morning.
Would you like some more pie, Alec?
Oh.
Working man needs his nourishment.
Mummy sits behind a desk all day. He's not a ruddy shipbuilder on the Clyde.
Just a little piece. That's fantastic. Zambezi, 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 Zam. Above our way. See if you can remember this rave from the grave. You ready?
June one. Cherry pink and apple blossom wine.
You won the washing machine. Now, you want to try for the car? Who recorded it?
There was lots of versions. My favourite was Eddie Calvert.
That was Eddie Calvert.
Here's one you won't get. Yeah. What was Eddie Calvert's nickname?
Oh, easy peasy Japanesey. He was known as the man with the golden horn.
Hope to God you're not going to tell us why.
I love that tune. Do you know your dad and I danced to that on our very first date? He said it would always be our song. Oh. I'll never forget that night.
What, because it was so romantic?
No. Because it was the last time he took me out.
No, Rosie?
In an ideal world, perhaps not. I haven't seen much of your father this morning either.
Well, which bits are you interested in? I could describe them to you.
Disappeared into his office, and I haven't heard a peep out of him since.
Would you two try to keep the noise down in here, please?
Mr. Callender, are you all right?
I'm feeling a wee bit delicate.
Dad? Have you been drinking?
Of course I haven't.
You look terrible.
Look, thank you for noticing. But I'm still owed 37 winks in here, if you don't mind.
Well, they'll have to wait, Mr. Callender. You've got an appointment at the Building Society in 15 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Have I? Right. Where am I going?
The Building Society.
All right, right. Cheerio, then.
Anything for an old lush.
Mr. Callender, don't you want to know what the meeting's about?
Not really. I've no intention of staying awake long enough for it to matter.
What's he doing getting drunk? It's my job. Where's that Scotch egg of a secretary? She must have finished the milking by now.
She went for an interview with a modelling agency last night.
You what?
She set her heart on becoming a supermodel.
Blimey. We could have a potential celebrity in our midst. I better notify the Scottish branch of Hello magazine.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it's called Ock-Eye.
Jamie, Rosie is convinced that the streets of Pinner are paved with gold. And she may have taken rejection very badly.
Morning, guys.
Bloody hell, it's Bet Lynch on acid.
What have you done?
It's my new image. Mr. Riviera says it's important to make an impression.
That look would make an impression on a steel girder.
Ken what he says? He says, in all his years in the business, he's never come across anything quite like me afore.
I can believe that.
Took me on immediately. Hey, I can't wait to tell my family. Hey, see, when I'm rich and famous, I'm gonna buy some of that newfangled farm equipment for my father.
Blimey, a McConaughey with his own shovel.
Morning, Jamie. Mrs. Tipple.
Hello, Simone.
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Hi, sis. How's the gammy leg?
Oh, I'm in a state of perpetual agony. Thank you for asking.
Have you considered amputation?
Only if we can start with your tongue. Is Daddy available?
No, sorry, Simone. He's out at a meeting. What I do?
Well, I really wanted to see a solicitor.
God, you sure know how to make a guy feel special, don't you? Come on. We can use Big Alec's office.
Jamie, I want to sue the council.
Why? It wasn't their fault your broom crash landed.
My fall was caused by a loose paving stone. It's clearly their responsibility. Why shouldn't they pay?
Ah, the Lord helps those who help themselves, eh, Simone?
This injury has caused me considerable distress. I could barely get my leg over Bill to get out of bed this morning. And I can put the money to excellent use.
Oh, what, the church roof fund, Meals on Wheels?
Well, actually, 2 weeks in Tobago would be spiritually healing. So, what do we do first?
Well, first of all, I'll send them off a strong letter. That should put them on the defensive.
Super.
Then, if we really want to put the wind up them, I think we should include a photo.
Of my injury?
If you like, but I reckon a portrait shot will get quicker results.
You're late.
Staff meeting.
Oh.
Where's your drinking buddy?
She's in the kitchen ironing.
Oh, Alec.
She offered.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Zoe, Dot comes from an age when women were proud to be housewives. Come to think of it, so do I.
Yeah, well, according to my watch, it's 1994. And where's Fleur? You should be getting her ready for bed.
Worry not. She's upstairs fast asleep in the land of Nod. Plus, she's been fed, changed, and had cream smoothed all over her wee body.
Oh, well done, Alec.
I do my best.
Hello, Zoe.
Hello, Mum.
Alec, where does the ironing go?
Oh, the airing cupboard's at the top of the stairs, Dot.
Oh, top. Oh, while I think of it, I've added body cream to your shopping list. I noticed you was getting a bit low when I got the baby ready for bed.
You haven't lifted a bloody finger since she got here, have you?
That's not true. I pointed to the airing cupboard.
Alec, she's taking over the house. And you're just acting like Lord of the Manor. I'm going to go and speak to her.
No. Zoe, now listen, have a heart. She's gone through a difficult time. She's been to hell and back. Besides, you've no idea how difficult it is to get decent staff these days.
Mum, I was wondering if you'd made any decision.
Oh, I suppose I can't put it off much longer. I know what I've got to do, Zoe. It's inevitable, really.
Oh, Mum, I'm so pleased. So when are you going to go home?
Go home? I'm not going home. I'm going to divorce the miserable sod.
No, you don't mean that.
Don't I? Do you reckon your Alec could give me a discount?
Rosie, shouldn't you be mucking out a filing cabinet?
Mr. Rivera said I had to practice my deportment. A good walk is essential.
Why don't you go for one?
Hey, Mrs. T, listen. Did I mention to you already that he's already arranged for my first photographic session?
Well, let's hope there's nobody in the booth when you get there.
Oh, it's all just so groovy and fabulous. This has got to change my life. It was worth every penny.
You had to pay?
Aye, well, for my tuition, my test shorts, my modelling cards.
How much exactly?
£879.16.
How much?
It's all right, Mrs. T. Didn't get so on a flap. Mr. Riviera says us top models can easily earn that in one morning's work. Apparently. Linda Evangelista doesn't even get out of bed for under $10,000.
Linda Evangelista?
Searching me, but with that attitude, she'd never get a job in the farm.
Mummy, you look knackered.
I am. Nigel's off with a cold and I'm working me bum off covering for Mum, and I?
Well, I thought you liked being here by yourself.
You thought wrong. And it doesn't even stop when I get home.
What do you mean?
As soon as I sit down, Dad's on the blower.
What does he want?
An army of napping slaves to do for starters. I said I wanted a baby, but I was rather hoping for a newly born one.
How long's this been going on?
Since the day after Mum left. I don't suppose she's said anything about going back, has she?
No, she's even talking about a divorce.
So you can't let that happen.
Oh, well, you've changed your tune, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Oh, you were the one that said, leave them alone, don't interfere.
Oh, well, I will admit that at first I favoured a non-interventionalist policy. Things have escalated. They're nuking each other, and I'm getting caught in the fallout. For God's sake, Zoe, you've got to do something. Can I help you, madam?
Please, pound of onions.
It won't be long, Zoe.
All right.
What's that tune?
What tune?
So, this is a pleasant
I
surprise.
want to talk to you about Mum and Dad.
So, this is an unpleasant surprise. Look, I've told you I don't want to get involved.
No, of course you don't. You're far too happy being waited on hand and foot by my mother.
That is slander.
Then sue me. Listen, if they get divorced, we could end up with custody of Mum. How do you feel about going to the zoo with a 53-year-old woman every weekend?
Well, what the hell can I do?
Talk to Dad. Look, he'll listen to you, and a little man-to-man chat might just do the trick.
He's not a man, he's a barking mad fruiterer.
Choice is yours. Oh, by the way, have you any idea how inhibiting it can be for a woman sleeping under the same roof as her mother for the next 20 years? Think about it, Tiger. Hi, everyone.
Bye, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Plenty for them, Vera.
I was thinking about Rosie. You know, she paid that Mr. Riviera £800.
You what? Didn't you tell her she'd been done?
I didn't like to. But she's so trusting.
God, there's one born every minute. Normally to first cousins.
Surely it must be illegal.
Not in the country, Vera. It's different there.
No, I mean conning gullible young girls out of large sums of money.
No, the chances are Mr. Riviera knows as much about the law as I do.
More, probably.
Yeah.
Dinner. I'm going out for a while. I've got to see a man about a dot.
I think Rosie's just going to have to put this one down to experience.
No, we'll see about that.
Vera, what are you doing?
I'm going to give Mr. Riviera a piece of my mind and see if I can get Rosie's money back.
Vera,
for
you're
her.
wasting your time. Vera! Vera, come back! Vera, I order you to... Vera? That told her. Blimey. And then there was one. Hey, I could do anything I want and no one would ever know. Do 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 do.
Jamie, what on earth are you doing?
Hi, Simone. It's hot in here, isn't it?
Yes, now look here, I've been wondering how much compensation to ask for. Bill has suggested a few £100.
But Simone, when I took on this case, I thought you really wanted to go for it.
Oh, you think more then?
Simone, personal injury's big business these days. The sky's the limit.
Then let's go for 1,000.
Well, if you want to settle for as little as that.
All right, £5,000, not a penny less.
That's better, but even so, Simone...
Perhaps I'm still being too charitable.
You are.
I have suffered considerable pain. All right, let's go for broke. £10,000.
Bingo!
Who'd have thought suing the council could be so exciting and lucrative?
Oh, there is one thing I forgot to mention.
Yes, what's that?
It's not actually the council you'll be suing.
Oh, I don't understand.
Well, the paving stone's not actually on their property.
Well, whose property is it on?
Yours. Well, church property, actually, but the upkeep of the pavement is the responsibility of the tenants of the adjoining vicarage, who in this case are...
Me and Bill.
Precisely, so... If you play your cards right, Simone, you could really take yourself to the cleaners.
I don't find this very amusing.
Me neither.
What about my holiday?
Well, Simone, don't think of this so much as a toodle pip to Tobago, but more of a sort of bonjour to Bognor.
I trust you won't be rubbing salt into the wound by attempting to bill me for this fiasco.
No. Simone, you can have this one on me. But as your solicitor, I advise you to get that paving stone fixed. Somebody could really hurt themselves on that.
Yeah.
Oh, Simone?
Yes, what?
You forgot your crutch.
Hello. Hope you don't mind my dropping in.
Lovely to see you, son. Come in, come in. Oh. Now shut the door because the draft maids have it with me tomatoes.
Ah, goodness, they're magnificent. You have been busy, haven't you? Well, I'll get straight to the point, Dad. It's about Mum. You know, in my line of work, I see a lot of marital disputes. It's amazing what a tiny seed can turn into. I mean, like your tomatoes. Do you not think it would be a good idea if you sort of nipped it in the bud before it got any further?
I've not been a bad husband, Alec. I've always been there for Dot. Well, here, mostly. I've provided well for her and the girls. There was always fresh fruit on the table. Apples, oranges, the occasional melon.
Well,
exotic dried fruits like dates and figs.
Oh, I'm sure you never went short of fruit.
Exactly. I don't know what's come over her.
Well, they're very unpredictable creatures, you know, women. You know, it's up to us men of the world to sort it out.
Well, you tell Dot from me, if she wants to come back, the door to my greenhouse is always open.
All right.
She's got to make the first move.
But...
And that's my final word on the subject. Sometimes I wonder what I ever saw in that woman.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to your fruit and your flowers then. I must say, these plants are magnificent.
Here, have it.
Oh, no, Dad.
Yes, go on.
Thank you. That's a beautiful pink.
Why, it's Vigilante Vera. How did it go?
Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
What's the bad news?
You were right about the money. He won't part with a penny.
I told you. And what's the good news?
Well, apparently, mature models are back in fashion. He offered me a place at the school.
Bloody hell, what a cowboy. Sorry, Vera. So you're going to tell Rosie?
Well, I shall have to. She'll be devastated, poor girl.
Well, if you think cheap sex will cheer her up, send her into my office.
Oh, smack my head, I can't hack this.
What's the matter?
I've just been down to that blooming hole-in-the-wall thingy contraption to get some cash out. Blooming thing wouldn't cough up a penny.
Perhaps it's out of money.
No, it wasn't, but I am. Blooming skint now. Then I went to see my bank manager and he took a flaky at me.
What?
He went mad. He told me I was in the red. So I says, thanks very much, you're not looking so bad yourself. And he gave me this.
What's that?
My cheque to the Pinner International School of Modelling.
It bounced.
Higher than a rampant bullock in the mating season. Oh, what a beamer, Mrs. T. I'll not can go into that agency ever again.
Well, never mind, dear.
My modelling career's in tatters.
Perhaps it was fate.
You know, Mrs. T, I kind of think you're right. Look what I found on the way back to the office. Full opportunities for aspiring young actresses. I've always kind of fancied myself in the pictures like Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, Rosie McConaughey, movie star.
May I see that?
Certainly can.
Thank you.
Last.
Aye, give us a kiss, gorgeous.
You can pack that lark in front of me. So, get your feet up there. People have to sit on that.
I can't take much more of this. I thought you'd sorted everything out.
Well, I did my best.
That lot of good that was.
Rude to whisper, madam.
Sorry, Mum.
What's that racket? I don't believe it. Look at this.
It's cherry pink and apple blossom wine. When your true lover comes.
Alec Callender, is this your doing?
Apparently. But I think Eddie Calvert should take most of the blame.
What man with the golden horn?
The story goes that once a cherry tree beside an apple tree did grow. And there a boy was ready bride to be. Long, long ago. The boy looked into her eyes, it was a sight to enthrall. The breezes joined in their sides, the blossoms started to fall. And as they gently embraced, the lovers looked up to find the branches of the two trees were intertwined. Oh, Dot. Oh, Dot.
My reward.
Well, I might boil you up something in a bag for your tea.
Oh, this is something a little tastier.
I say, this is the Notting Hill Carnival.
Simone! Simone! In a minute. Don't lose my place.